Hello everyone, my name is Cetus and welcome back to Europa Universalis far as Brandenburg, aka Prussia. In the last episode, we managed to get ourselves 4 vassals, uh, who are all electors, which means as soon as we make them like us, we will be able to get ourselves elected as the emperor and get back into the empire. At least I'm hoping so. These people, the Menzi? I don't actually know how to say that. They are our vassal. Uh, and they're still not voting for us because there is a -50 penalty from not being already in the HRE, which is cancelled by them being our vassal. But on top of that, we need them just to straight up like us, and they don't because we vassalized them. They prefer Bohemia. But eventually, I think we can work our way towards that. We just need to improve our relationships with everyone. In the other parts of the world, Russia is still a big giant flaw that could be a problem. We are rivaling them at this point, so eventually we're going to end up in war with them. Oh, we have to humiliate. I'm like, why do we have a reason to attack them? It's just the rival humiliate one. And what else do we got going? We're friends with France and Ottomans, so that's doing good. And Austria and England are in a personal union, so it's a bit not in our favor. But for this episode, we're just going to chill out, try and let aggressive expansion get down, and hopefully try and get these vassals to like us, at least enough that they don't want to, revolt, go against us. We do need to choose a new idea. I'm still a little bit torn. I would like diplomatic just because I have so many vassals. Trade would obviously be awesome because that just improves trade and we make a lot of money from trade. I might take an admin just because we have so much admin power. We are, 17 years ahead in technology. We still make tons. So we could easily grab one of these. And if we were to do it, let's just think about this. We don't need expansion because we're not colonizing. So that's easy enough. Humanist, always a useful one. Not necessarily necessary, but super useful. Basically makes your people happier, lowers unrest, lowers tolerance, less years of separatism, just makes it easier to manage a big empire. And this could become super useful. Religious. Oh, speaking of it, we are converting the Lithuanian lands that we took because they were not Protestant, they were Catholics, which I never noticed, so I would have probably made them deal with the conversion, but oh well, we'll survive. Our diplomatic tech is still behind, which is kind of why I'm thinking I shouldn't grab a diplomatic idea. We could grab admin. Admin makes coin cheaper, but we don't have issues with admin power, so I just don't. Like, a lot of this is making, like, we got mercenaries are cheaper, easier to create core, so saves admin power, mercenary maintenance. Yeah, a lot of this, I don't think we need that. Expansion we don't need. Economic is just always helpful, right? This is a bunch of things to make more money, which is good because we need more money. And then religious could be useful because a lot of the world is not our religion, and this would help us convert faster and more efficiently. And allow us to attack people who are not our religion. So maybe we'll grab that. We'll wait a little bit. I meant to think about it in between episodes, and then I didn't. Peasants getting an appetite. Enforced serfdom. We'll lose 10 loyalty, that's fine, and not anything else. Yeah, no, I didn't think about it in between. I called my sister instead, which I suppose was that. I wish I had read that. That looked interesting. I think someone just insulted us, though. I have a bad habit of clicking through. You get so many pop-ups that sometimes I get into the habit of just clicking my way through a little too much. What else do we got going on? We do have quite a bit. Speaking about maybe the humanist being a good approach, apparently we have some unrest in our nation. Oh, the Lithuanian lands. Oh, I wanted to check. So, accepted cultures. That's only 5% Lithuanian. That's not that much. That's really not that much. Not enough to make me change over to them. What am I looking for? I'm looking for culture, which would be political. These are all Prussian based. Could convert some of these. I don't know if it's worth it. Why are you so cranky? Oh, because we're converting you. Yeah, we'll just up the autonomy. We're not making a lot of money off of you anyway. That's not a big deal. I am curious, where are we making all that money? 37 from taxes, 27 from production, 10 from trade. Trade isn't that massive, actually. I thought we'd be making more. 22% of it. So, actually, I'm thinking, based on that, this bonus to, like, 10% bonus to tax would help. Cheaper construction is always good. Inflation down, good. Interest, good. Monthly autonomy, land maintenance, modifier. So easier to supply our troops, cheaper, up production. You know what? I never grab economic. I never do. I always grab like religious or humanist or something. Let's grab economic and mix up our life. And just keep the money train going. Is that the right decision? I don't know. Probably not actually. But it's the one I'm going to go just to mix it up. Mix it up and keep it interesting. How are the Ottomans feeling about us? They are feeling pretty good, so we're not going to stress about making them happy. What we are going to do is improve relations with you. Why would I declare war on my own vassal? That seems ridiculous. Yeah, that's good. I think, unfortunately, some of our vassals are in the way of our missions, so eventually we'll have to take that land, but that we can do fine. Actually, no, but vassals owning them should be fine as well, so it shouldn't impact our ability to play those, which is good. What is the tech? We'll keep our military tech ahead. This gives us a bonus to combat width, which is good, cavalry fire, artillery shock. Oh, and better cannons. Very nice. Really, that's max relationship with them? At least we're positive, but oof, so many negative modifiers. Declared war on them, annexed them, aggressive expansion, minus 81, unlawful territory, so many negatives. It's okay, they'll go away with time. What is their desire to be... So the desire for liberty is really low now. So let's place a relative on the throne. Increases that by 25%, but eventually it will give us a same dynasty bonus of plus 15, which helps. And the liberty penalty will go down over time, hopefully long before they need anything. Anyone else voting for me? Just one person. Visit from some shady people. A few slightly shady-looking characters have appeared at our court, offering their services to our king. They claim to be willing and able to do things that any proper ruler would never design to do publicly. Is an offer? Oh, I don't need a spy network. We'll gain the prestige. Who would I need a spy network with? We're not going to war with anyone. No time soon. Ooh, we lost a military leader. Oh, we lost 2 military leaders. Be good. Yeah, you're pretty good. Back to drilling. And you. Back to drilling. We get really good leaders at this point. I like it. Almost up to the 80% bonus, which is going to be charming to get. Let's increase speed. Collect some money. What is Russia up to? Freedom of the press. Forbid. Lose innovation or gain disloyalty. For 15 years. What's the innovation penalty going to be? Where's that? Technology? We're at 27. It's so hard to gain innovation. But it's useful. It stops army decay, navy tradition decay. We'll take the unrest, I guess. But I'm going to counter that by spending some of my admin power. Nope, I can't. I don't have enough. I need 136. Humanist is seeming better and better the seconds that go by. As rebel factions grow. It'll help when we get religious unity in our country. That's an expensive one. $3 a month to convert. Gross. Oof, this one, $23 a month to grow for 145 months. That will be rough. Trader went bankrupt. We'll pay. We'll fix it. So Russia is at war. Who is Russia at war with? Ottomans are not at war. Okay. I was hoping that Russia was at war with them. Who are you at war with? Just eating up another little nation. I see how it is. Not a war. So we're trying to keep an eye out for a war that Russia's in, where we can step in and just make their lives difficult. So they need to be at war with someone of moderately equal power. And how are the Orients doing? Not that powerful. Big. Not that powerful. Most of us, I don't know what happened to speech there. Most of our diplomats are at max on our various vassals, which is good. Oh, our Diplotech. Remaining steadfastly one behind. Though, ironically, while one behind the other two, we are ahead, so we're pretty much equal with the rest of the world. A whole... Out of curiosity, so these people like us a lot. Which is these ones. So we have a bigger relation bonus. Why does Bohemia still have the advantage? Because they're a large nation. Because of their diplomatic reputation. Right. Interesting. So their diplomatic reputation is their advantage. What about these other two nations? Why are you so ahead with Bohemia? Yeah, Bohemia just has good relations with everyone. It's interesting. I wonder if there's a way I can like put those relationships. Because it's interesting. Being a vassal normally pretty much guarantees they vote for you, but it's kind of canceled out by me not being in the HRE. Once we're elected, I think we'll be easy to keep it. Just getting elected that first time. Wow, these people really don't want us to get it. I mean, the minus 200 from us controlling electors is, you know, pretty big good reason. Pretty good reason. Okay, we'll get there. Almost tempting to just beat up Bohemia some more. Like, eventually, I'm going to shrink them down to such that they're not a big nation, right? They're not even that powerful. Austria is still scary, but... We cancel the right to military access. That's fine. Yes, you can have access. You can have access. One of our generals got better. Still converting. We have some rebel factions building up. We'll spend some military on harsh treatment, which gets our absolution up. Which, speaking of, how is our absolution doing? Well, that's our government one. Where is absolution? Oh, right there. 93, we're almost maxed. Oh, that's our maximum. We're at 71. So when we're at 93, we're going to have to take away some rights from our estates. So we can get our absolution up even higher. Because we want these bonuses of bonus discipline, bonus admin efficiency, or core duration. Interesting. I assume that means how long you keep your cores on foreign land. I don't know. I assume. How's the coalitions against us? Not that bad, honestly. No one's joined against us, and the negatives aren't terrible. We'll probably turn around and go after Denmark soon. That would be my guess. Need to stabilize our land a little bit. I don't care if they have foreign detection on me. It was basically take a penalty, or if someone else gets, or it's easier for enemy spies to work on you. But enemy spies, oh no, not a big deal. More leaders, more drilling. Yep, France, stay my buddy. Stay as my buddy. Eventually, I think France is going to be a problem too, especially once I become the emperor. I have a feeling that might become a problem. Truce is ending. That's fine. It would be good to weaken Russia before that happens. Out of curiosity, I want to see development of places. What's that going to be under? Actually, it might be over here already. Diplomatic religion, states. No. Diplomatic? I don't imagine it's in diplomatic. That doesn't really make sense. Political. Nope. Oh, economic. That makes more sense. Development. Interesting. So the, I mean, it's probably obvious, but the yellow to green is higher development. The yellow to red is lower. So we have tons here. A lot of our territory isn't that developed though, which we might want to put some points into working on as we get some excess again. But I was kind of looking at Russia and seeing like, okay, taking what from Russia would hurt them the most. Giving that back to Sweden would help. A few of these points, their capital, which makes sense. Kind of surprised they have some big places over here. I'm wondering if they war classically someone else's capital. I don't exactly remember where the borders sit. Hard to tell in this big blob of green that we have here. Rebel uprising. We just let you rebel. Because frankly, our army is going to crush you. We'll let you rebel. You'll be fine. Tempted to get the absolution from beating you down. I'll grab the absolution from lost treatment in these guys again. And then these guys we will just provoke. An additional plus 50% men will join. Interesting. For an army of 33k, which we can still crush. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no! Not a giant army. So we'll go crush. And then we're good. Go back to drilling. And that should help things stabilize a bit. Only costs us 4k manpower. We have our double forts here now. And I'm kind of tempted to destroy this one. What's our income like? Plus 2.5. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, plus 6 now. That's better. Plus 6 is something we can handle. Yeah. I think we're just sitting back and relaxing again for a little bit. Manpower is doing good. More conversion. Keep moving down the line. I'll be happy when we get the religion properly everywhere. Cheaper construction. We're not doing much construction right now, but that will help. We'll keep building out eventually. Polish rebels. What? Oh, they must have gone through our territory. You keep mucking up Poland. I don't mind. Interestingly, what could be an interesting gain innovation, Russia and Austria hate me more. Well, they both hate me, so that's fine. We'll take the innovation. Interestingly, Poland would be an interesting way to force a war with Austria. Because right now, Austria is terrifying. Terrifying. 100%. And a big threat to me. But they're friends with Russia, which is a bit of the problem. But they, on their own, aren't crazy powerful. They're powerful, but they're not crazy powerful. If I could force a war with them and break the personal union with England, that would be great. How far are we from Diplotech 27? Oof, a ways. Because Diplotech 27 and we can start encouraging them to revolt, which would be good. Be fun. England has so many colonies. It would actually be an ugly war to have to fight them. Who's the leading in the post-no? England is a junior partner of Austria. I am so surprised their desire isn't higher, or the desire to get liberty. Because England's pretty powerful. And unfortunately we can't I don't think we have a way to encourage it. It sabotages Austria's reputation. That might help. But their desire is only 27%, which isn't, or 26. It's a long way from the 50 we need, because at 50 what we can do is we can support their independence, which is basically we go, hey, if you want to be free, we'll fight with you to get your freedom. Which England and me joined against Austria, Austria would not survive. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. Speaking of which, how are our guys doing? We're at plus 200 with them. Are they voting for us yet? Yes, they are. 2 votes for us. Fantastic. Okay. How are the other 2 doing? Plus 93. Yeah, they're still 82 towards Bohemia, which is... I mean, it's getting there. Interestingly, I think their relationship with Bohemia is worse, if I remember correctly. Which is good, and ours is going up. You know, if our diplomatic reputation wasn't so tarnished from integrating Lithuania, I think we would be in a better position. -3 from annexing the vassal. I don't remember, I think that's a 10-year penalty, give or take? Not quite sure, but I think it's a 10-year penalty. Foreign quarter massacre. The foreign quarter of Brandenburg. Anyway, for a long time, foreign merchants have been settling in Magdeburg to better conduct trade with our country. Lately, however, with the intensified activity of the free city of Aachen, the quarters have grown into a city of its own. This is not without its problems. Our own citizens are complaining that the Aachen community is growing at their expense. They demand that we impose harsher rules. No, we should encourage the foreign community to grow instead. They like us better, or... we must respect the wishes of the good men present. They lose opinion of us, and we gain power. We'll take the power, because who cares what people think of us? If we're being blunt. And I mean blunt. That's just how it is. The aggressive expansion is pretty low on most places. There's a few grumpy places. So we could contemplate... Still have a little bit of rebel issues, kind of based around our economic issues. The noble families request aid. Grant aid to lose a bunch of money. Deny, lose admin. We'll deny aid. The noble families are the old way. It doesn't matter so much. Foreign quarters of Potsdam. For a long time, the foreign merchants have been settling. Oh, this is the same. It's the same story, different city, and we'll irritate that same city. What was I gonna say? Let's pause for a second, because we're gonna be ending this episode here. But I was gonna say we can probably dive into a new war soon, and what we'll do is either finally go north and clean up some more of Denmark, which I think might be a good move, or we can go after Poland, take some of the Polish lands, and utilize that to try and break up England. The only thing that's sketchy with that, and it is a little sketchy, is I suspect that England, with all its colonies, like England alone matches our army. And I suspect with all its colonies, it would be a lot bigger. So we would have to bring France into this war to make this happen. And we don't want to weaken France. It would still be a very intense war with Russia on our doorstep. So I'm tempted to just keep growing and I hope that England gets the courage to... the Liberty desires down to 24. Chance of Austria inheriting England, 1%. Well, they already have, so I don't know why that's there. Interesting. I wonder what we can do. There must be a way we can get around with that. Overload is lucky. Oh. Diplomatic relationships, plus 54. Oh, huh. So if we ruin the diplomatic reputation of Austria, that might help, because plus 54% is pretty big. Maybe we'll give that a try. Regardless, for fighting, I think it might be better to go after Denmark at this point and expand north. Clean up our trade node, right? Because how much trade comes in here? 41 gold or ducats comes into the trade node, and we are only getting 12 of that. So it would be good if we could increase that, because at the end of the day, money is very useful. Regardless, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.